Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner, and we are here with John Dessel. He's the CEO of ITIQ Solutions. Welcome, John.
Thank you.
John, you have a solution for sales organizations to make their jobs a lot easier by using technology. Can you share an example with us?
One major real estate firm that we work with now that has over 800 agents, they are using our solution because conventionally what they were doing is everything was on paper. Their agents had paper documents for writing their offers, and of course when it actually got into a contract, everything's on paper. And what was traditionally happening to them is that they would use the wrong documents. It turns out they had expired and there was a new version of it. They know that they had to find a new way to be able to keep control of these agents that could be located anywhere in the nation.
And by law, those documents need to be saved for 3 years, right?
That's correct. Yes, it has to be archived. So at any particular time, if they're audited, they'll come back and say, hey, I heard that there was an offer made. Let's see if that's here. Well, in our solution, it will be there.
What does your solution consist of?
Well, our solution is called DocQ-Smart. And what DocQ-Smart is, it is a hosted-based solution that has software that actually can be right there at the client site, or in this case, the agent's computer. And the headquarters actually can manage with all the versions of documents that are going to be pushed out to their customers, or in this case, their agents. So in this particular case, it doesn't matter where they're at, it can be very specific to the territory and region that contract's active. So now what happens is when they want to sign an offer on a real estate purchase, they just go and select the appropriate contract. It's always going to be the right one. It comes up. They can actually collect live signatures digitally onto our system.
How does that work?
Well, we use a tablet-based technology, and what this tablet-based technology is essentially it's got a digitized pad right into the screen. So what happens there is they can just turn it back around to them and say, here you go, I need you to initial on all these pages, sign the end of it, and then when they say accept, it actually gets sent right to their headquarters. They see it real time. And then their auditors can look at it and say, okay, this is a complete transaction. From here, let's go ahead and fax it right from the system to the escrow company.
Is the signature encrypted?
Absolutely. We've taken every precaution possible to make sure that these documents are completely admissible in court. So we actually encrypt the signature as well as the entire document.
So when there's an offer made, isn't there a change necessary on a website or something?
Well, what happens is that we actually interface with the company's website, and our system will automatically email the buyer of that real estate and say that your access to the website is this address. They click on the link. It already has a built-in password. They'll enter that password and they can real-time see exactly what's happening with their transaction, all the way from where they made the offer, and they can even see the documents that they signed, all in an image right on the website, all the way to the funding, escrow, and then subsequently title. So the entire process is completely captured and available to the customer to see.
So what did some of the salespeople say when they first looked at the technology?
Well, that's interesting you say that because some of the top sales producers in this country are used to a conventional way of closing deals, and they're used to their way of using physical sales orders and contracts to do transactions. So when I showed them the tablet, at first they were very skeptical and said, I don't even know how to use a PC. I mean, I don't even use a computer except for maybe email, and now you're asking me to do all my sales right here on this system? I don't know about that. In those cases, I've actually given them a tablet for 30 days. I said, try it out for 30 days and then make up your mind. Afterwards, they go, you know what, I want one, plus I got about 10 other salespeople in my group that need them. Get it to me right away. Because after you use it, you start to find out how easy it is. And since we are using a digital tablet type technology, they are still writing, just like they normally would on paper. So we really haven't taken away anything that they used to do. We've just changed the format at which we're collecting information. We've made it smarter.
So you don't have to type?
You can actually write right onto the contract. You click on one button, it'll change it to text. So if you're not used to typing on a computer, that's okay. Just write out your contract terms, your amounts, it'll convert it to text for you. Then of course when you get to the end of the document, when you need that valuable signature, we capture and encrypt the signature right there in the document and you're all done.
Tomorrow we continue our conversation with John Dessel, and we talk about how technology can be used in the financial services industry.